So I'm here with Matt Spiegel from TransUnion. Matt, a longtime leader in the game, needs no introduction. Here we are at A&A. Yeah. Matt, what do you think of the show? What are you excited to hear? And what is not here that you wanted to be here?
All right, interesting. Well, listen, I love this place from the perspective of you actually hear marketers talk about them doing marketing and not some of the bits and bytes that we spend all of our days talking about, but actually marketing strategy. I think that's extremely useful. I feel like this is one of the best places for really good strategic content. So I love that. That's always good. I've actually had some conversations about what would be nice is to see more of the upstart brands, maybe some more of the digital first brands, more of the DTC, get a little more of that flavor of what's new, not just the big household brands. That would be a little interesting mix. So get a flavor of what's happened from those big enterprise companies, but also the guys that have come from nothing to now be brands. Maybe even some content creators who have kind of built brands around themselves and some of the products they're doing could be interesting. So yeah, that might all be fun to see in future years too.
I like that. And tell us about what's going on at TransUnion, what's new and what's exciting.
Listen, we're all about enabling all that great marketing strategy, right? So we know that there are too many people doing too much of the same stuff and having trouble figuring out how to navigate it all. So our job is to make sense of a lot of that infrastructure and noise around using people-based marketing strategies, right? How do you understand identity from a people and a household perspective, and then how do you build on top of it, right? Identity is an identity resolution is a means to an end.
Yeah, it is.
So we're here trying to just help people understand that we can enable that, and that there are applications on top of really smart identity infrastructure you can use easily. You don't have to build the infrastructure. That's the story we're trying to tell, and we recognize that for a lot of marketers, it's hard to navigate.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to be better guides, better stewards, and ultimately our mission is to help marketers make big, bold bets, be great marketers. And if we can give you the data and the tools to make that possible, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's a really good point. I love your point about identity being means to an end. What we keep hearing is that brands don't necessarily understand the relationship between their match rate and then their reach rate. That there's a bit of a delta there because they think it's a one-to-one and it's not really.
Yeah, so it's a good point. I mean, listen, identity resolution should start actually much more foundational before you get into the media activation.
Yeah.
We talk a lot about how actually on top of a solid and consistent identity, and I think that's the key thing, a consistent connected identity that can impact how do you plan, then how do you do media activation, and then how do you measure?
Yeah.
I think a lot of what's happening in the industry is a lot of marketers end up, understandably so, cherry picking different things, and then you end up with 3 different data sets, and then you wonder which data sets is off. And the answer is none of it's off, it's just all different. And so how do you actually connect the dots? If you want to make big moves, you need to have confidence in your data. So I would say step way back from the media activation identity and come all the way to an understanding of customers. That's something we're really trying to help marketers understand.
Excellent summary. Thank you, Matt. No wonder you didn't need an introduction.
There we go.
You make it so simple.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right.